Hello, my name is Alexander Skikos, author of All Roads Lead to Nowhere, a novel that is a reflection of our modern-day society set in a post-apocalyptic utopia. This book explores the intersections of humanity, and its point is to show that humans act the way they do, believe the things they believe, because of their environment. However, their environment, despite having such a massive influence on them, does not dictate who they are. Who they are is what they were born as, and I believe that people were born naturally good. So because of that, I'll explore how the environment and interactions with others help shape humanity as a whole. The story started off as a literal extra credit assignment for one of my classes in high school. The teacher of the class did not like the short story I wrote, so I gave up on it. But then senior year of high school, I had another teacher. He said, you have to go find a muse. So seeing what was happening in 2015, 2016 with our politics in the United States, and then also the effect it had on the people. Like there were cliques forming in my high school that were not like the typical high school cliques of like, oh, the football team and all that, but really just by party affiliation, if they were Republican or Democrat. And the two groups would just get more and more hostile with each other. So seeing that occur, I found my muse, and that was politics. And that's why the story is more about unity than anything else. This story has a unique storytelling element to it. It has multiple perspectives being presented at once. There are multiple first-person narrators told in the story, and each narrator has a specific purpose in advancing the story along. And the whole point of me trying to do that was to show that perspective really dictates what you see. It dictates what a person will think, what actions they will take, and what they believe is good and bad. So by having this perspectives being flipped constantly throughout the story, my hope is that as a reader you will get to see that no one perspective is the pure right answer. Everyone is the hero of their own story. And due to this story having multiple first-person narrators, no one is actually labeled a protagonist or an antagonist. They just exist, working with or against each other for their own betterment. As we explore the world through their eyes, we get to see who they truly are. One of the main pressures these characters face on their journey is from the environment. After the predicted environmental collapse that will happen in 2050, the world was sprung into war. And due to their mutual hatred for the West, Russia and China united and are now the leaders of the world. The United States lost its stature and its structure and is now a colony for the People's Republic of Russia and China. The American colony is comprised of two communities, the utopian paradise cities and the wasteland called by those in the paradise cities nowhere. My hope for this book is people understand the value of unity, building each other up and understanding another person's perspective. Being united doesn't mean being uniform, since no good life is the same. The root, the foundation of the good life is the absolute equality, that no matter what race, gender, sexual orientation, or economic background a person comes from, they have the same chance to succeed as the person next to them. You will like this book if you enjoy fast-paced action, intense scenes, and the subtleties that come with the art of storytelling. My name is Alexander Skikos, author of All Roads Lead to Nowhere, a novel that is a reflection of our modern-day society set in a post-apocalyptic utopia.